Morning everyone. Today we are going to start the topic counterfort retaining wall. So in the previous topic we studied about cantilever retaining wall. Suppose let us now consider an example. Suppose if we have to increase the depth of the earth to be retained by the retaining wall, then the dimensions of the retaining wall, that is the dimensions of the stem, the toe slab and the heel slab will increase accordingly. So in the cases where we have to provide retaining walls to the greater heights, we connect the stem and the heel slab with the help of a structure of an inclined structure. These structures are known as counterforts. So in a counterfort retaining wall, what we do is we connect the stem and the heel slab with the help of the counterforts. These counterforts are provided at regular intervals. So when we provide counterforts in a retaining wall, the dimensions of the retaining wall decreases for the greater heights of the earth to be retained. See, counterforts also help in reducing the thickness of the toe slab. If you see this component of the retaining wall, this is known as toe slab. So when the counterforts are provided, the thickness of the toe slab also decreases. Now if you can see in the diagram, you can see that these are these two portions are of the stem, and these two portions of the stem are supported on the counterfort. So these two portions of the stem, they act as continuous slabs because this stem is uh, um, is supported over three counterforts. And if you see the heel slab also, heel slab is also continuous over these three counterforts, and therefore in the case of the counterfort retaining wall, the stem and the heel slab act as continuous slabs. So you have to keep this point in mind. Now let us see the behavior of the counterfort retaining wall. See, so let us first discuss the behavior of the toe. See, the toe, this part which is not subsided under the earth, it behaves as a cantilever. Therefore, it must be designed as a cantilever structure. See, if you see the toe part of the counterfort retaining wall, this toe part, it is fixed at the stem and it is free at this end. So the toe slab of the counterfort retaining wall, it behaves as a cantilever structure. So it is designed as a cantilever structure. Now, if we see the heel slab, if you see the heel slab, this heel slab is continuous over these counterforts. So the see when the earth pressure acts on the heel slab, this heel slab bends in two directions, one in this direction and in this and the other in this direction. Therefore the heel slab, it behaves as a two-way slab. Since it bends in both the directions, the heel behaves as a panel between the two counterforts. If you see this part of the heel slab, this part of the heel slab, it is between these two counterforts, and therefore this part of the heel slab, it behaves as a panel between the two counterforts. और वो panel भी कौन सा होगा आपका? It will act as a two-way slab because it will bend in both the directions, in the x direction also and in the y direction also. See, when we will do the design of the heel slab, we will design it as a two slab. So we know that when we design any slab as a two-way slab, then we require the moment coefficients from the IS 456 Appendix D. So when we will find the moment coefficients of the heel slab, we will use this condition: three edges fixed and one edge free. See, if you see this part of the heel slab, and this part is see, on two sides and there are two counterforts, and on one side there is a stem. On one side there is a stem, and on two sides there is a counterfort, and the fourth side is free. So if you see any part of the heel slab, uh, it is fixed on three edges, but it is free at the fourth edge. So when we derive the moment coefficients, we use the following condition: three edges fixed and one edge free. Now let us see the behavior of the stem. See, the behavior of the stem component of the counterfort retaining wall is also the same as that of the heel slab. If you see in this diagram, this part of the stem, it is fixed at three edges, because two edges on the two edges there are two counterforts, and at the third edge there is a fixed connection between the heel slab and the toe. So and the fourth edge of the stem is free. So in this case also, when we find out the moment coefficients during the design process, we use the same condition as we used in the heel slab, that is three edges fixed and one edge free. Now, if you see this stem portion of the retaining wall, this stem also bends in two directions. Therefore, the stem panel of the stem part, it also acts as a two-way slab. So, this was the behavior of the toe, heel, and the slab. Now, let us come to the counterfort. That how does the counterfort behaves? See, see, this is the top view of the counterfort retaining wall. See, these counterforts, these act as a support to the two-way slabs, that is the stem and the heel. जो आपका stem और जो heel है, which are acting as two-way slab, it act as a support to to this stem and this heel slab. The counterforts are designed as, see, if you see the intermediate counterforts, these intermediate counterforts, draw if I divide these counterforts by passing an axis centrally, see, you can see in this diagram, ये जो आपके counterfort है, these counterforts they act as a TV. So आपके जो intermediate जो counterforts होते हैं, these are designed as T beams, and the end counterforts, these are designed as end beams. Okay, so the middle counterforts are designed as T beams, and the end counterforts are designed as end beams. So now let's come to the preliminary dimensions. The thickness of the toe is greater than the thickness of the stem. And now you have to keep this in mind, that the thickness of toe is always greater than the thickness of the stem. The thickness of the toe is 8 to 10% of total height of the retaining wall. Small L1, L2, we already studied these two lengths in cantilever retaining wall. So L1 and L2 are calculated on the same basis, that is h under root Ka upon 3. Thickness of the heel slab, stem and counterfort is taken as 6% of the total height of the retaining wall, and the spacing between the counterforts is generally kept between h by 3 to h by 2. So these are some of the concepts which you should know about the counterfort retaining wall before designing it.